Alright, and there we go. We should be live here on YouTube, and just trying to straighten out the TV there, and we are good to go. Alright. Wow, we got a lot of people already in here. Thank you guys for everybody tuning in. I know I'm a little bit late. Was running a little bit late getting home from work compared to what I'd like to, and I had to get my lineup set because I hadn't done that yet. But we're here, and we're ready to go. Hey, Ronald, how's it going? Hey, Chandra. Christopher Bell is actually on the pole position here for the race as they're getting ready to fire up the engine. So, here we go. Waiting for my other screen to react. There we go. So, engines are getting fired up, and let's see if I can try and balance this out because I haven't found a good balance yet. There we go. Alright, so welcome everybody to LiveStream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I know I'm going to have some fun, and we are here and ready. So is the audio and everything good? Because I know I was kind of in a bit of a rush to plug in my computer. I didn't actually do any kind of sound check or anything. So here we go. Let's see what we got going on. Alright. And so everything on my end looks good for the audio, so we should be good here. Alright, so Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's one of the fastest tracks in all of NASCAR, and certainly going to be a fun one here to watch for the round of 8. First race of the round of 8. First potential playoff spot going to be handed out today. And say the highest non-playoff driver is Kyle Busch down there in 6th place for qualifications. We'll go through most of the lineup when we get ready to start this one up. Hey, Ricky Bobby, how's it going? Yeah, we're just getting ready for this race to go green. They just fired up the engine, so we should be going here soon. Let me go ahead and get my other lineup up. And gonna just quickly take a quick look at the NFL stuff because I want to see how my team's doing, and I regret looking to see how my team's doing. Colts are down 21-6. Yikes. Bears Vikings is embarrassingly bad, but I think we all kind of expected that. Panthers has actually been a decent game. All right. See, I just kind of quickly glancing there, seeing what's going on with the NFL. But yeah, we're here and ready to go for the NASCAR Cup Series race, the SouthPoint Casino 400. But yeah, here we go. Who's your guys' picks to win? Let me know. My pre-race pick for the win here today. I want to make sure it's one of the guys I picked. So yeah, I'm gonna take. I think William Byron's going to get this one. So, I'm going to take William Byron as my pre-race pick. I know it probably isn't the most creative, but he's had the best average finish of all the playoff drivers through the first 6 races. So, no shock that he should be the undisputed favorite here today. So, alright, we're getting settled in and ready to go. So, race is on Big NBC, and we are ready to go. Actually, every Cup race from here on is on Big NBC for the season. So how's everybody doing? Let's see. Alright, we got 16 people in here. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Of course, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new for more NASCAR content. We've been doing streams like this all throughout the NASCAR season, and we will keep doing them. We are now less than 20 subscribers away from hitting 2,400 subscribers here on YouTube. So let's go. Okay, Ricky Bobby's got Larson for the win. All right, not a bad pick. Starting second there. I think Kyle Busch, if you're looking for a Las Vegas native there, he starts in the 6th position, and he typically runs pretty well here. He just hasn't been able to finish his job as often as he would like. Bell, he won in this round last year to make it to the playoff or to the final round of the playoffs, but that was out of necessity at Martinsville, not out of a opportunity at Vegas. So Bubba Wallace starting 7th. You got his teammate Tyler Reddick starting right behind him there in the 8th position. Obviously, this being the 1-year anniversary of the Bubba Wallace-Kyle Larson incident from last year that ended up having Bubba Wallace parked for Homestead the following week. So, hopefully we don't see anything like that today because that was not good. But, yeah, here we go. They're back from commercial break and we are ready to go racing. So let's see. All right. Just kind of taking a look through the rest of the field. Ty Gibbs, the fastest driver to not make that top 10 shootout in qualifying. Ryan Blaney and another playoff driver down there, not shown on the screen, but he's qualified 12th. And Eric Almirola qualifying 13th. Is this possibly going to be his final Las Vegas start? We don't know yet. We are waiting to find this one out if that's going to end up being... If this is going to be the final season we see Eric Almirola in the Cup Series, or is he going to come back for another one? Also, what on earth is that paint scheme in the outside second row? That would be Byron's car, maybe? I don't know, hard to tell. I'm trying to see, but they aren't focusing on it. But there's a yellow car with some guy's face on it. And I don't think it's Corey LaJoie, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean the glasses, and we should be ready to go. Yeah, and let me know, though, the rest of you guys, let me know who you guys are picking pre-race so that we can kind of see who gets it right before the race even starts. All right. That's Kyle Busch's car there, the yellow bumblebee-looking thing with the face on, with the person's... picture on it. Okay, that is a really odd paint scheme for Buescher. I'm gonna have to get used to seeing that one. The red, white, and a little bit of blue. Certainly not what I'm used to seeing there. I got no idea what that Kyle Busch paint scheme is. It is not good, I'll tell you that much. But here we go. Everybody's rolling on here. Let's see. All right, let's see. Who do we got qualified a little bit further back? Denny Hamlin in 15th. Okay, so Denny Hamlin in 15th is the worst qualified playoff driver. So we don't have any playoff drivers starting from deep in the field like John Hunter Nemechek last night in the Xfinity Series race. If you guys missed that, we were live for that too. Hocevar back in 25th. He's been pretty quick in his limited starts in that 42 car. Just kind of looking down the list. McDowell starting in 18th. Hopefully he can move forward, especially for me. But they're currently going through their starting grid. And, yeah, we're getting ready to go racing here. I'm going to say Ross Chastain, they're in... So all 8 playoff drivers are qualified inside the top 15, and 6 of the 8 are up in the side of the top 8. So, some pretty good rate. And I say it's a pretty good qualification. Hopefully, it'll translate to a pretty good race. I didn't get to see a ton of the qualification runs, but I know Chase Elliott, I think, had some trouble in practice. He may be... Yeah, he's 35th. Him and Suarez coming from the back of the field here today, so... Yeah, them and Priest are all coming from the rear of the field today, I believe. The only backup cars on the grid are the 99 and the 9, so Elliott and Suarez are the only drivers going to the rear of the field for backup cars. So I guess Priest just bombed in qualifying compared to his teammates, so here we go. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come, because he's right now, I would say, one of the future drivers of that team. It's supposed to propel that team forward. Alright, here we go. So 267 laps here. Traditional 400-mile mile-and-a-half speedway here. So you got 80, 80, and then the rest for your race breakdown. So Final stage is 102 lap. Oh, no, wait, no, it's 80-85. So it's 102 lap final stage there. So it's 80, and then the second stage will be 85. So they're doubled up, but the lights are still on the pace car. So we're going at least one more time around here as we get ready to go. And around lap 40 or so, I'll put up the poll for the stage 1 picks. And I like to do this throughout the stages to give you guys a chance to let your opinion be heard as to which driver you think is going to be able to go out there and get the stage win. So we put that out around halfway in the stages most of the time. So yeah, it's a fun way for you guys to participate, in addition to obviously talking in the chat. So here we go. Are you kidding me? Come on. Why is Denny Hamlin? I'm getting concerned. Denny Hamlin again not in his FedEx car. All right, let's see. Because again, that Mavis construction car, it has been at a lot of these races, but I'm just worried that it might be a sign of potentially some trouble there. All right, there we go. I'm just kind of looking at my picks, looking them over, making sure everything's all good. Yeah, so I got Bubba finishing top 10. I've got Byron finishing 4th or better. I've got Busch finishing 7th or better. Bell in the top 5, and then Truex I'm expecting to finish worse than 6th because honestly he has not proven enough throughout the playoffs to give me any sort of confidence in him yet. So granted, people I haven't had a ton of confidence in, Riley Herbst, up until yesterday, really hadn't shown a lot. But then he goes and wins by 14.9 seconds and just dominates the race. He did pass post-race inspection, so that car was legal, and he wins it. And getting his first win in his hometown, that was an amazing one to watch. So glad we got to see it, and now we're getting settled in here. Lights are off of the pace car. Alright, here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. Let's see. Pace car starting to dive for cover here. Yep, run. Get away there, pace cars. We get ready to unleash these cars onto the track at 280 plus miles an hour. Green flags out. Green. Christopher Bell and Truex from the top line here, looking to try and break away. Logano early trying to pop out of line. Hopefully he didn't pop out too early. I don't know. And I say, it didn't look like he necessarily gained a ton of spots, which is the important thing. You can't gain spots while popping out of line. But, yeah, you got to be careful when you pop out of line that you don't do it too early. Otherwise, you could potentially draw a penalty here. But there we go. Christopher Bell able to get out in front here. Meanwhile, Kyle Larson and William Byron end up going too wide here for second in front of Martin Truex Jr. So they're trying to block off that Toyota connection to avoid the Toyotas being able to find time to work together here. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. And it's like right now, Christopher Bell trying to work both lanes, just trying to see which one's going to work the best for him. Of course, long race to go here. Everybody just trying to settle in here. Blaney moving himself up into that top 10 here. And there we go. Kyle Larson to the bottom of the racetrack. He's looking for the lead here, and he's going to take an early lead over Christopher Bell, and he's going to take it, become the first lead change of the day. So Kyle Larson to the top of the board. Bell back to second. Third is Byron. Fourth, Truex. Fifth, Chris Buescher actually being able to take over that fifth spot. All right, there we go. Joey Logano trying to pop out of line to get a spot. Here we go. Truex to the inside on William Byron here, trying to grab a spot on him. All right, let's see. Oh, man. So, yeah, right now they're just kind of, again, everybody's trying to settle in here. You got Byron and Truex still battling it out side by side, but for the most part, everybody got very nice, neat, and orderly here very quickly. There we go. Truex up to third. So Truex to third here. Buescher currently showing -4 points on the cut line. And he doesn't really have 4 points to go get. So he's got to rely. Now, obviously, it's not cutoff day, but if it were cutoff day, he'd have to rely on Bell losing a spot or two. So, and that's always a concern there, obviously. Man. Sorry, I just got off a long shift at work, so here we go. Oh, the 24 really starting to slip here. He's now losing a spot here to Chris Buescher. Buescher gaining a spot here. He's going to go ahead and try and get this one. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to just take a quick peek down the leaderboard and we'll see what we got for the results here. Let's see. Denny Hamlin up 2 spots so far. He's up to 13th here. Eric Almirola to 12th. Let's say Ryan Blaney is on a tear though. I mean, even though he's not passing cars like John Hunter Nemechek was last week, or not last week, but last night. You got Ryan Blaney. He's already up to the 9th position here. Then in the back of the pack, you got Elliott and Suarez both being up about 3 spots from the start of the race. I hope it's not going to be a pain. I mean, honestly, this track's pretty good for producing good racing. I just would much rather this be a Saturday night event rather than a Sunday afternoon. I know doing a night race on the West Coast is a lot harder than doing a night race on the East Coast because you don't want it to be obviously too late Eastern time, but you don't want it to be too late West Coast. Or you don't want it to be too early West Coast, I mean. But yeah, hopefully the race is good though. Alright, here we go. Chris Buescher, currently only 1 point behind Christopher Bell right now as they run. So Bell could potentially be at risk of losing the point battle to Buescher today. Obviously, a long way to go still. But yeah, I'm say Chris Buescher though, absolutely doing well here. He's got to try and earn the points that he can. A little bit of wall contact there for his team owner, Brad Keselowski, as he scrapes the fence just barely. But a pretty good, and again, we're having a nice solid start to the day. So here we go. Let's see. Looks like looks like a lot of drivers kind of use that middle to bottom lane, middle-ish lane here to try and make moves and to create the fast line. All right, here we go. Let's see. We got ourselves. Let's say Ross Chastain's hanging around that top 10. Wallace 8th. Okay, not bad. Oh man, I need something to try and as a pickup, but man. All right, Christopher Bell talking about some issues with his car here. Let's say bottom of the racetrack being faster. That's weird. I'm used to the top line being the best at Vegas, or at the very least being a very valid option here. Alright, and they're going to commercial break. I'm going to go grab a drink real quick, and I'll be right back, guys. Wish I'd thought to grab it before I went live. Alright, we're back. So, here we go, and there's still a commercial break, so... Let's see, Kyle Larson has extended it. Actually, no, he hasn't extended the lead much at all. It's still only half a second here. Buescher, Byron still holding on to that 5th spot, so... Kyle Busch still hanging on to that 6th position, kind of just hanging out behind Byron, maybe looking for an opportunity to pass. We'll have to wait and see, because I can't see the track. Bubba starting to slide backwards, though. Blaney making his move towards the front. You got Bowman making a pretty decent move up there into the top, up into 9th place there. So yeah, some pretty good, some pretty good progress for some of these guys. Larson didn't have the pole, Chandra. That was Christopher Bell got the actual pole position. Larson just took the lead from him about 3 laps into the race. Let's see exactly how many laps did he lead. I don't have laps led as a thing on here. Come on. Laps led. Last pit stop. Best time. There we go. So yeah, so Christopher Bell led the first 3 laps, and then Larson's led the final 19 here. Yeah, no worries. I just wanted to make sure, in case you had some kind of thing you were looking for in terms of specifically the pole sitter. It doesn't really matter, because it doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you finish. Right, Ricky Bobby? But yeah, here we go. There we go. Wow. But yeah, we're just kind of settling in here for a good race. Blaney just passed Reddick for 7th now. So Blaney is making some moves here. And as it's showing Chase Elliott, is he making some moves? Harvick up into the 13th here. What has happened to Bubba Wallace? Bubba Wallace falling to 14th already. Yikes. I thought he would have a good shot at the top 10 today, but I don't know. He's got to fix something on that car before too long. So Chase Elliott up to 31st right now, but Daniel Suarez has actually made the passes all the way up to 28th. Those two started together in the rear of the field. Both non-playoff drivers, and all 8 playoff drivers actually up into the top 10 now. Yep. I think we all pretty much just sitting back and enjoying these races at this point, because we're just kind of, again, like this race in particular, sure, it's the first locked in spot to the round of 8, but if your driver isn't winning the race, it's for the most part, you can kind of just wait and see what the because the points are going to matter way more in about a week or two when we really get a chance to look at it. Like, we expect Larson and Byron to kind of stretch their lead and potentially lock in here. All right, Bowman's your favorite. Okay, well, hey, he's up inside the top 10 for right now. So, always like to see favorite drivers running well. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. So we got 21 people in the chat. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Of course, like and subscribe if you guys are new. We do these kinds of live streams all throughout the year. And, the leaders have caught the first lap car. Larson going by him, whoever that was, pretty easily. But, yeah, catching the first lap cars. We are 18 subscribers away from 2,400 right now. So, it would be cool if we could hit that this month. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but as I say, we've been doing amazing, though, on this channel. And it's all thanks to you guys, so. Alright, let's see. Is that... Yeah, okay, so BJ McLeod was the first driver to go a lap down. Then you got Brennan Poole and JJ Ailey that going to be the next two. So, pair of Rick Ware cars there going a lap down. Up next. Oh! Kyle Busch looking the inside here on William Byron. There we go. Let's go, Kyle Busch. All right, here we go. Let's say Blaney's starting to close in on these two for fifth here. So Kyle Busch going past William Byron for fifth, and Ryan Blaney gonna be looking for the exact same pass here to pass William Byron for sixth here. So Byron continuing to slide further and further down the list, which is unfortunate for the 24 cars really trying to hold on to a decent spot here, I would imagine. Qualified very well, but he's not doing well once he got in traffic, kind of similar to what we saw out of yesterday's pole sitter. Trying to remember who that was yesterday. Josh Berry. Once Josh Berry got in traffic, his car did nothing all day. But, yeah, right now, and there we go. Christopher Bell back to the race lead here over Kyle Larson. So, Christopher Bell back to the top of the leaderboard, and that will shift the margin of who's in, who's out there. Because Bell was the cut line, and now it's Larson. Yeah, partial to the Hendrick bunch. Well, I say, Kyle Busch started out as part of that Hendrick bunch originally. Hendrick's had a lot of good prospects come up through their ladder, but right now their team is so young, it's kind of hard to see them as much of a feeder system. If you're a young driver, that Chevy system really is not the place you want to be because there aren't enough seats in Cup available. Okay, Jimmy Johnson was your all-time favorite? My all-time favorite was Carl Edwards there, driving that number 99 Roush Fenway Ford. Was more of a Roush guy myself. Him and Edwards, and then when those two made the move to Joe Gibbs Racing, that's where I started to really appreciate Kyle Busch. So, yeah. But, yeah, that was a pretty good one, But, yeah, I'm always worried when it comes to those teams, though, being so young, because, again, it limits the opportunity for other young guys coming up through the ladder, like looking at it at the Junior Motorsports Xfinity program. Oh! Chris Buescher just made a pass on Kyle. What has happened to Kyle Larson? Larson's dropping fast. He just dropped a 10th. Is he on pit road? I think Kyle Larson may be on pit road here. Hard to tell, but he just dropped dropped straight from second to 10th here in the matter of like a lap or two. So I think he may have come to pit road. We'll have to wait and see because they're at a commercial break, which is unfortunate because we get a commercial break right as soon as something interesting happens. Yay. But yeah, whatever. And what is Alex Bowman doing up inside the top 5? Okay, so yeah, there we go. Okay, green flag cycle started. Okay, so Larson started the green flag cycle here. Kyle Busch comes down to pit road. Okay, so that's why everything's starting to squish up. I was thinking we would go another 5 laps or so before we'd see this, but yes, a couple of drivers trying to open that window early. McDowell, Ty Gibbs, Eric Jones, Carson Hocevar, Justin Haley, AJ Allmendinger, Daniel Suarez, Austin Cindric, Harrison Burton, Chris Busch are all coming to pit road. Yeah, I figured that one out there. But yeah, a lot of people coming to pit road here so far. Bell and Truex haven't pit yet, but they're gonna need to eventually to try and keep up with these fresh tires, because fresh tires are gonna be fast. So they said top 7 or 8 have yet to pit. So that's Christopher Bell, Truex, Bowman, Stenhouse, Todd Gilliland, J.J. Yaley, Brennan Poole are the guys that have not pit yet. So a lot of the field has gone in pit, but here we go. Let's see what Bell and Truex are willing to do here to try and get this one. How far are they willing to try and run this one before they go to pit road? And I say, not a lot of concern at this point, because yeah, they can very comfortably make it to the end of the stage if they make one stop, as long as it's not a lap 1 pit stop or something. Ross Chastain, speeding penalty for Chastain. No! So Ross Chastain gets busted for speeding on pit road. He will be coming back down pit road as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. heads to pit road as well here. So Stenhouse making his stop, Bowman coming down for his, and Ross Chastain coming down to serve his speeding penalty here. Alright, so yeah, the 47 and 48 both on pit road. 47 of Stenhouse, 48 of Bowman as Bowman hits his box here. Alright, so now we've got 5 guys that have yet to pit here. The top 5 back through Brennan Poole so far have yet to pit, so I'm gonna say Bell, Gilliland, Yaley. It's gonna be tough here, but let's see. What's Larson gonna do here to try and make some of these passes? Oh, there we go. The top 2 coming to pit road. It's Bell, it's Truex. Let's see who's gonna be able to win the race off pit road between these 2 here. Alright, let's see. The 19 hits his pit stall first. His pit stall's a little bit further back on pit road. Old sitter of Christopher Bell's a little bit further down towards the end of pit road. Alright, let's see. But yeah, there we go. Truex down and away, and there goes Bell. So they're both going to be trying to blend here, but right now Larson has his back bumper completely full of Brennan Poole for now. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So, alright, so Bell and Truex end up pitting right in the middle of the stage, which, man, I mean, I like it for symmetry to pit at the 40 mark, but if people have already gone and pit on you. So, yeah, here we go. Let's see. So Larson, Hamlin actually above Bell for that final playoff spot by 1 point here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Martin Truex Jr. and Christopher Bell have come out 2nd and 3rd here after pit stops. Those fresh tires helping Kyle Larson get that top spot and hold on to it. Then you've got Ryan Blaney and William Byron, who have also managed to hold on to the top 5 spots due to getting those fresher tires a little bit sooner. So we actually had some pretty good results there on pit road for a lot of these guys. All right, there we go. And hey, I got some of my picks there. I just need Devin Singletary to run for a couple yards over in Houston. All right, let's gonna quickly go ahead and give you guys an NFL update. Let me know who your guys' favorite teams are, so I know which games you guys want updates specifically on. And, oh, come on! Okay, I should really stop checking, but the Jaguars-Colts game is now at 31-6. I thought we would have a shot in this game, but we've been getting blown out by the Jaguars. Now, granted, it's Jaguars in Jacksonville. That game specifically has been a nightmare for us the last couple of years. Then you got Dolphins up 28-14. It was 14-0 at one point in this game. But now Tua's got 3 touchdowns. Mostert got a touchdown on the ground as they go back to the track. So we'll be going back to the race here. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, Kyle Larson in some very thick traffic here. Looks like 3 lap cars right in front of him here as he's gonna start to get backed up. Although he's got about 2 seconds ahead of Christopher Bell that he can afford to lose here. But again, you can't really. While you can afford it, you really don't want to lose your 2-second gap. As there we go, Larson 3 wide to the bottom of the lap cars. And he clears them both. There we go. That's the Kyle Larson we kind of expected to see here. So Kyle Larson getting around them, trying to extend that lead a bit. Here we go. So, yep. Let's see what Christopher Bell can do now that he's got that same lap traffic to deal with here. So here we go. Let's see. Whew. Oh, and so here we go. Let's see. Again, Blaney. Kyle Busch actually dropping back a spot here to Alex Bowman. Kyle Busch back to 7th. Is that good enough for what I picked? Okay, yeah, that would be barely good enough, but good enough. But, yeah. Alright, here we go. So, Bell continuing to try and weave his way around guys like Chase Elliott here, who's a lap down. It's like Ryan Preece is the next one for him, and then after that, it'll be Kyle Larson. So, Christopher Bell starting to reel in the race leader in the number 5 here. As Bell's working his way through traffic here. Alright, so here we go. So apparently Byron's car was free, and that's what the problem was once he lost kind of his track position early on there. I don't know. I'm a little worried anytime I hear a driver complain about a car being free, because if you change that, it really limits the driver's ability to do anything to fix any handling problems later in the race if you go and accidentally make it too tight as a reaction. But yeah, right now though we got ourselves a Larson's starting to gap the 20 again, so it's almost like Larson's just kind of playing with the 20 here, trying to make sure he doesn't get too confident but too far behind either. But yeah, so far, I mean, we haven't had a yellow yet in this race, and I forgot to do the the poll, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting that up right now. All right, there we go. There's the poll there. If you guys want to go ahead and vote on who you guys think is going to win this first stage here. Went and gave you guys your top 3 options. So Larson, Bell, Truex, and then you've got your other options, which other could be Blaney, could be Byron. I'm actually kind of surprised Bowman's doing as well as he has been. I wish I'd picked him, but I didn't pick him, so. And there comes roll up into the top 10. There we go. So, not bad. Let's see. So Denny went up to 7th. Reddick down in 11th. Yikes. Luckily, I didn't put in a position for him to finish, so. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Let's. Oh, come on. I just accidentally X'd out the leaderboard for you guys. Give me a second. I'll get it back up for you guys. Don't worry. Go ahead and make sure I get this labeled well. Alright, let's go ahead and window capture. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, there we go. That's close on the right spot. So there we go. Alright, so there we go. There's the top 10 back up there for you guys after I accidentally clicked off of it. Alright, here we go. And they're showing the highlights for Bills for the Bills versus Giants tonight, which is going to be an awful game, I can imagine. Giants are going to get their butts kicked probably, but I guess you never really know because it can't be a guarantee here. We got somebody thinking Larson's going to get the win here. Alright, there we go. We're all set and we're ready to go. Alright, we're starting to settle in here. Alright, here we go, here we go. Kyle Busch back to 9th. That is really not looking great there. Championship contenders filling out. Is that all 8 of them in the top 11? No, there's somebody else further back. Who is it? Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, the top 11 is the yeah, so the top Yeah, so Reddick currently is the lowest of the playoff drivers. He needs to earn some of these points because even though I would say he probably has a little bit of an edge here, I think you gotta look at the fact that he needs something more than that. All right. Hamlin and Bell currently the cut line battle. But with everybody inside the top 10, stage points are going to be at a premium today. And right now, Reddick's not in a position for any of them. And he loses a spot to Kevin Harvick. Come on. So you got 2.5 seconds here for Christopher Bell. You got a long way to go. But, man, that's a lot of gap to try and make up. Good thing is, caution flag will bunch them all back together after the stage ends. But, yeah, man, that's a big gap behind Larson for the next car. Alright, let me go ahead and brighten the screen here, because I don't need it to be dark, because it's plugged in. It's not going to run out of battery. Alright, here we go. We got 17 laps to go here, running. Man. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Oh, we got a flag. We got a yellow flag. Flag. Yellow's out. Yellow's out. What's the yellow for? Hope it's not anything bad, but man. Yellow flags late in late in a run is always curious because the question is what happened. "43 lost a tire." Okay, so the 43 tire goes down on the 43 car. So we got ourselves the first caution of the day here with about, with a little under 20 to go here. It's going to be tight here to the finish of the stage. Now we gonna have a shootout for it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use the bathroom real quick because I haven't done that since I got home from work, and I'll be right back, guys. we had quite a few drivers come to pit road. I heard Bell took 2 tires. Not sure who else all took 2 tires versus 4. We'll have to wait and see. And they went to commercial break, of course, as soon as I get back from the bathroom. All right, well, we're here. We're currently running this one down. So fresh tires going to be essential if you want to try and earn these stage points. But you do have limited sets, and if we start to see people running out of sets late in the race, that could be a factor in this one at the end. So let's go ahead and see. So right now it looks like we think it's gonna be about a Kyle Larson versus Christopher Bell battle, but do anyone think Truex or maybe somebody else sneaks in here and gets this one? Seeing Mike McDowell in the top 10, that hopefully is I'm assuming he took 2 tires as well and gained some of those spots, but we'll have to wait and see if he's even there or if he's, because sometimes when they're under caution, names will appear near the top that really aren't supposed to be there. All right, here we go. So, for playoff drivers, are they all in the top 9? Yeah, they are all in the top. No, wait, no. Chris Buescher in 17th is the lowest of the playoff drivers. Thought it was a little odd that we saw that I didn't see enough there. Bubba Wallace in 15th. That's another one I want to see what's going to happen here to him. So here we go. Take a quick peek over at some of the... Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? I need another yard from Singletary. So some of my other picks starting to look pretty decent too. Unfortunately, my racing picks don't seem to do very well ever. So here we go. Let's see. What happened here? They're highlighting the pit crew. All right, here we go. They're doubled up. Bell and Larson on the front row. That's going to be cool. Let's go. Keselowski up there in the top 4. Okay, Mike McDowell is going to restart up in the top 10. Let's go. So everybody came to pit road for at least 2 tires. I'm assuming most of the top 10 probably took 4 or took 2. Outside the top 10, probably took 4. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, they're talking about Tim Wakefield, which, man, that's a legend that we lost recently. Especially a Red Sox legend for someone who grew up in New England. So, here we go. Let's see. So, Kevin Harvick getting ready to restart this thing in 12th place here. Pace car dives for cover. Let's see it. Green flag is out. We're racing at Vegas. Let's see. Actually, not a lot of speed there off the start. A lot of people kind of taking it a little tentatively. Maybe trying to make sure that the 2 tires have time to grip here. But we have 9 laps to go. 9 more times around, and we will be awarding points for most of these guys in the top 10. That is points towards a championship title, which a championship title is not easily earned here. Alright, here we go. Oh, and Larson goes down to try and side draft, then bounces back up top. Looking very loose there, but Looks like Larson's going to be able to clear, though. Whatever he did, it worked. And Kyle Larson to the lead of the race. Takes the lead back here. Still haven't had any other leaders than just those two. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, right now though, again, Larson taking to the top spot. It's gonna put a lot of the pressure on Reddick and the guys behind them to try and keep this one going. Kyle Larson, or not Kyle Larson, sorry, the other Kyle. Kyle Busch looking the inside of two playoff drivers here. He's 3 wide with Truex and Blaney there. Truex pulls, decides to drop back a little bit to try and clear the 3 wide. Meanwhile, contact there. They all stay going the right way, but man, that was nearly a wreck there with Ryan Blaney inside the top 5. I thought for sure somebody was going around right there. But hey, you know what? Impressive that they didn't. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. Chris Buescher still stuck in about 15th, 16th place here for Buescher as he's trying to go 3 wide around the outside of some other cars, and he's just having some trouble. Alright, so yeah, we got a pretty good race though going. Hopefully you guys enjoying it. I know I certainly am. Alright, let's see. So yeah, right now though, this let's say we got 4 laps to go here. Not a lot of room for error here. Keselowski trying to prove that he should have been part of this round because he's up to 3rd here. If he could have just been part of this round, that would be so cool. Hey, Colts starting to make a comeback. There we go. Touchdown, Colts. I gotta see who got the touchdown real quick. It was a passing TD. Are you kidding me, Gardner Minshew? 3 INTs. And it was... Okay, so we got a rushing TD from Zach Moss earlier. And a passing TD to Josh Downs. Let's go. The rookie wide receiver there getting that one. As we got 3 laps to go here in Vegas. Truex and Blaney still fighting it out here for 5th on track. Meanwhile, it looks like Blaney might be looking to try and make a move here on Reddick. So, a lot of people kind of with a lot of different alliances in different spots here. And here we go. Martin Truex Jr. looking at the bottom here. There we go. Truex to the bottom. He's going to take this spot here from Ryan Blaney. Can he actually maintain it, though? That's going to be the hardest part for Martin Truex Jr. He's got to be able to hold on to this one. He can't back out. But here we go. If it works, right? Here we go. Hamlin to the outside of Kyle Busch after Kyle Busch gets stacked up behind Blaney here. We're on the final lap of the stage here. Larson leading it. Looks like Larson's going to get this stage win. With someone uncontested here from Bell, although Bell's still in hot pursuit. There we go. Harvick, Hamlin. So there we go. We got ourselves the top 10 there. Larson, Bell, Keselowski, Reddick, Truex comes across 5th. 6th was Blaney. 7th, Hamlin. 8th, Kyle Busch. 9th, Kevin Harvick. And rounding out your top 10, it's William Byron. All the playoff drivers except for Buescher earning points here in stage 1. Very important that they start earning some of these points soon because they need them. All right, so there we go. So that's stage 1 in the books. We got 85 laps here in stage number 2. So 85 laps. Let's see what we can do here. And there we go. We got the extra point kick. That's good. So far we're actually doing pretty. The NFL games are actually looking pretty good, which is a bummer because, again, NASCAR overlaps. So far, okay. Come on, is Taysom Hill just too usable as a utility player here? I mean, he's got 4 passing yards, 2 rushing yards, and then 49 receiving yards. I mean, come on, that guy shouldn't be in all 3 of those lists. But yeah, always find it fun when NFL players can play more than one position. All right, here we go. Let's see. Oh, Jacksonville getting ready to potentially punt it away again. We could maybe be making a comeback there in that game. That's pretty good. Let's hope it stays that way. 49ers Browns is actually a much closer game than I thought it was going to be. Bengals Seahawks looks to be a great game. Bengals currently lead late in the 4th quarter, 17-13 in that game. Bears Vikings is currently 19-13 there in that game. And the Jaguars are punting it away to the Colts here. They got about 5 minutes left in that game. As we come back from commercial break and we're good. Here we go. So, getting ready for this one. But yeah, I'm excited to see Blaney taking on this round of 8 for the first time since 2017. Pretty sure it's the first time he's been in this round of 8 since 2017 at least. Might have to check and see exactly where he got eliminated some of the other years. Maybe he made it to the round of 8 once before, but I can't remember him making it this far. Here we go, and everybody coming back down pit road. Are we seeing another set of tires? That's going to... Because they pit for one in the middle of the stage, one near the end of the stage, and now they're doing another 4 tires. That's 3 sets already. And we're only 83 laps into a 167-lap race. One second, let me do some math here. 83... We're barely we're not even a third of the way into this race yet, and so yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. Not even a third of the way in, and they've used up 3 out of their 8 sets of tires that they have for this race. That is gonna be a factor here late if they keep burning through sets of tires like this. Alright, here we go. And I'm going to just take a quick look at my fantasy draft. Oh, hey, look, I'm actually leading my fantasy league right now by 28 points. That's actually really good. Hoping that the guy in second doesn't have just a ton of Broncos people. No good teams in the weekly winners, though. Alright, here we go. So, just kind of settling in. It's going to be a long one here today. 400 miles. Alright, here we go. So we're getting ready for a pretty good, hopefully a pretty good run here. Man. I know this stream has not been nearly the quality I'd like to try and bring, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it anyway. If you guys are, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. We try and do these kinds of streams multiple times throughout almost each NASCAR weekend. We'll be doing both the Xfinity and the Cup races for the final 3 race weekends. We won't be able to do trucks next week because I'll be at work. But after that, then we'll... So there's only one more race on the NASCAR season that I won't be doing live commentary from here. So hopefully you guys are excited. I know I am. The NASCAR season's starting to wrap up, but still a long way to go, it feels like, too. But there we go. We are closing in, and we are now only 16 subscribers away from 2,400. Say thank you guys for everybody that's liked and subscribed here, and of course Singletary goes for negative yards, not the positive yards that I needed from him. Well, good thing is at least they're still using him. That's always my biggest problem, is when pick someone to do well and they're close and then they just stop using him or they bench him because they're up by 20 points. So here we go. So it's a 7 out of the 8 playoff drivers able to get points in stage 1. That's pretty good. Again, the only one that didn't was Chris Buescher, which is unfortunate because Chris Buescher's been having such a good run here. But yeah, so we're currently working our way through. We are getting ready to start up the second stage here as they get ready to go back racing. I think I'm actually a little bit behind. Let me try and reset my app, see if I can get a little bit more caught up, because I just saw we went green. And on my end, the lights are still on the pace car, so give me a second. We'll be back shortly here. Oh, I'm stupid. I went into the wrong app to watch the race. Alright, here we go. Let's see. NASCAR Cup Series. And here we go. They are fanning out 3 and 4 wide here as they go racing into turns 1 and 2 on the restart. We are working lap 7 out of 85 here in stage number 2 here as we go to racing. Truex, Hamlin, Keselowski, the top 3. Ty Gibbs to 4th. 5th, Christopher Bell. Buescher up in the top 10. That's nice to see. Glad to see him running well. I think I had him pegged for a pretty good finish here. Let me see. Where did I have Buescher? No, I didn't take Buescher. Okay. Well, I guess that's good. I don't have to worry about that one, then. Obviously, still want to see him do well, because I want to see Buescher run well. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and I'm just trying to manage this. We got Hamlin looking to the outside here on Keselowski. Hamlin holding on to second here, and that's Christopher Bell now up to 4th here. Ty Gibbs drops back to 6th here as Kyle Larson goes around him to take 5th. Buescher holding on to that 7th spot. He's going to be looking to maybe make a pass here on Ty Gibbs here in a moment. But right now, though, you got 2 Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, both playoff drivers, just trying to maintain this one at the front of the field. And Truex, he's yet to finish top 15 in the playoffs, so he absolutely needs every bit of momentum he can get going his way. Because aside from how he's running this race, he has not looked like a playoff caliber driver much at all this year. or at least not in the playoffs. He was regular season champion. And there we go. Whoa, big move there. Buescher down to the bottom of 3 wide here. 3 wide for, I think that's 4th. Yeah, 3 wide for 5th. Sorry, 3 wide for 5th here on Bell and Ty Gibbs. Buescher makes it 3 wide, and he clears them off the corner. Buescher, Bell, and Ty Gibbs. And Ty Gibbs under attack now from Ryan Blaney, William Byron, and Reddick. Everybody trying to get a piece of the young rookie as soon as his confidence was shaken there by that move from Buescher. So, pretty good. It was a great move for Buescher to have pulled that one off. And Ty Gibbs definitely not looking as confident as he has throughout the race. But, again, confidence is key. And I don't see Ty Gibbs really losing it. But, yeah. As long as he's driving relatively safe, that's all he really needs to do this year. He can kind of take the year and make sure he's ready. Because that was the big question I think everybody was asking is Ty Gibbs even ready to go Cup racing? And I would say possibly, but it's certainly not a given that he was Cup ready. So here we go. Denny Hamlin up to 0.8 of a second now over Keselowski. Truex starting to fade really quickly here. Truex went from contending for the lead. He's now back to 5th place here. So here we go. Wow. I'll say, pretty good run, though, so far for a lot of these drivers. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Oh, Truex is on older tires. That's why he's dropping like a rock. Okay, that makes more sense. I was trying to figure out why he was dropping as far as he did. He still pit all at the same time as everybody else, but he tried the less tires to gain track position here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Well, San Fran taking the lead over in their NFL game. Nice to see that one. Meanwhile, we got Byron. It looks like Ty Gibbs also trying to find his way around his teammate there, Martin Truex Jr. So, and TJ, again, that gamble definitely not paying off, but harder. Oh, uh-oh. Let's say, yeah, NASCAR's been cracking down on the on jumping restarts here by hanging back, and ultimately, Allmendinger there might have just done it and gotten away with it for now, but we'll have to wait and see if NASCAR calls him on it later today. If they do, I think that'll be a little bit of a problem because consistency, I think, is absolutely priority number 1 for the NASCAR, or should be priority number 1 for the NASCAR Cup Series, because developing consistency with your rules is step number 1 to producing a good, stable series. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, Jaguars end up scoring again. And now Indy's got to try and score there. Okay, so now they're looking at it again. Are we going to penalize them, or are we just talking about this for no reason because NASCAR's already decided no action? Okay, so Allmendinger was penalized then? Okay, so Allmendinger was penalized. We're going to be looking for that on the next restart just to see if anybody else is hanging back. Because typically, if it's a NASCAR driver doing it, he usually isn't the only one. But here we go. So Truex is falling back to 13th already. Tyler Reddick is currently holding serve in 10th place here. Meanwhile, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Bell, Buescher, everybody's running pretty well, honestly. So, pretty good battle for the lead. All things considered here. That's right, Keselowski holding on to about 0.2 of a second behind here. Alright, here we go. Trying to see what we got going on. Kyle Busch making the pass on Ty Gibbs there for 8. So Ty Gibbs falling back to 9th here. Kyle Busch starting to make some progress, some forward progress here in the number 8 car. Curious to see what William Byron's going to end up doing here in the 24 car, because I hoped he was going to get a top 5 here today, and so far he's not looking like a top 5 days in the cards. But yeah, we're getting, and I say it's pretty close to 4 o'clock here for the Patriots game, so that's going to be a pretty good one, hopefully. Oh, Commanders Falcons ends up being the first game to go final along with the Bengals Seahawks game. So Commanders winning over the Falcons 24-16, and the Bengals winning in Cincinnati over the Seahawks 17-13 there. Okay, and Bears Vikings is about to go final. Vikings getting the win there, 19-13. And yeah, it's a Saints Texans getting ready to go final 2 over there. Panthers are a little too far back to try and catch the Dolphins, but they still got 2.5 minutes to try. So a lot of games wrapping up here on the NFL side while we're currently at a commercial break, so we can't see anything going on the track. But Keselowski is actually keeping it pretty close based on the line-to-line times, about 0.2 of a second or so. Oh, and he dropped back he lost about 0.3 there, so Denny Hamlin able to stretch it a little bit on that lap. But yeah, here we go. Michigan versus Michigan State next Saturday night for the Big Ten game on NBC. So if any of you guys are big college football fans, that's the game coming up next week. But most of us, I think, are mainly NASCAR fans, so we're back to NASCAR here. So, honestly, Keselowski's actually hanging in pretty well here. Meanwhile, 4th on back is kind of just fallen by the wayside here, and it's become a 3-car battle. Hamlin, Keselowski, Larson, and this is the kind of look I would love to have when hey, we'll go ahead and start the poll a little early here for you guys. Since we know there might be an early pit window like last time. Oh, uh-oh. My tab just closed on me, so I'll have to go ahead and redo the thing. All right, here we go. Start poll. Oh, what? Oh, I'm hitting control, not shift. That explains it. All right, here we go. And William Byron looking to the bottom on Chris Buescher here. That's the battle currently for 6th place. Buescher nosing ahead here. Now down into the corner. Oh, we got a crash! Crash! Carson Hocevar with his first crash in the 42 here today. His first crash, I think, in the 42 since he took over that car. He did have a crash earlier this year while driving a 7 with a tire failure, but I don't think Hocevar has actually crashed in the 42 yet. Obviously, now he has. So, big caution here. That's going to re-rack the field here. I'll wait then, I guess, until we see what the lead's going to look like after we get through pit stops here, because these pit stops are going to be... Oh, yeah, he's not... Is he really... He's going to try and get that thing back to pit road? Are you kidding me? There's not enough left of that car to realistically win this thing. I mean, yeah, maybe he can at least continue log some valuable laps for the manufacturer he's not even driving for this weekend. Actually, no, he's driving a Chevy and he's driving for Chevy next year. Okay, never mind. And hey, we are now officially 15 subscribers away from 2,400. Thank you guys for a bit tuned in, and of course hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future NASCAR videos or live streams. We got a long way to go here, but this is a good spot for some pit stops. We're going to see everybody probably come down, take 4 tires here. Jimmy Johnson atop the pit box, staring at that, and certainly not overly excited about it. And say Matt Kenseth recently brought in as a driver coach for that team. I don't know how much he's going to be working with the driver that team isn't signing for next year. But yeah, here we go. So Martin Truex Jr. gets caution here to save himself from the free fall he was in. But here we go. Let's see. Hamlin, Keselowski, Larson, Bell, Blaney, the top 5, though. I mean, can Byron maybe gain some of those spots back? We gotta wait and see, but... Alright, here we go. Let's see. So, we should hopefully have some pit stops happening here soon. Alright, here we go. Yeah, no, everybody's coming to pit road, especially after that 19 free fell after staying out. Or not even staying out, but taking 2 tires. Yeah, everybody's probably going to take 4 here. It's a great spot, again, in the stage to go ahead and get your 4 tires, fuel, make it to the end of the stage without having to stop again. Alright, here we go. And say, yeah, it is going to be a little... it's going to be 50 laps. That's the question mark. Can the tires last 50 laps? The fuel can. We know the fuel can last 50 laps. Can the tires last 50 laps? We'll have to wait and see, but everybody's coming to pit road. Not a single guy staying out, aside from the guys looking to take the free pass and or potentially a wave around. Because, well, actually, lap down cars have to wait until next time by anyway to pit. Never mind. Here we go. Let's see. So Denny Hamlin is in his stall. You got Larson just getting his pit stall. Denny done in 10.0. 10-second flat there. A 9.5 for Kyle Larson. And Christopher Bell launching a little late here. Keselowski takes the lead on pit road. Larson Bell, the top 3. Hamlin losing 3 spots here. Byron coming up 4th here, or coming up 5th. But Hocevar with a right rear failure there. Ends up coming home with a wrecked race car. Hopefully everybody else can keep their cars in one piece here as we get ready for the run to the checkers. And let's see. Okay, Houston got the ball back, but I don't anticipate it, anything seriously happening with the Texans game being pretty close to the end. They got 15 seconds on the clock there. I anticipate this will just be probably a knee and the game's over. Now, if they do try and run it, that'd be great, but I doubt it. Let's go ahead and refresh this, see if there's any other updates. So, Panthers, Dolphins is gone final. Raiders, Patriots is kicked off. I'm impressed that the Texans game hasn't gone final. Jaguars, Colts goes final. Jaguars complete the sweep of the Indianapolis Colts because they beat us in week 1 as well. So, they're doing pretty good this year. But we gave them a fight. So, out of the 1 o'clock games, you only got the Saints game left going and the 49ers game. 49ers game is incredibly close. I'm impressed that the 49ers game is staying that close here. Yeah, 49ers game, by the way, is a 17-16 football game, and the 49ers about to punt it away here on 4th down. Then you got Patriots Raiders, which is just kicked off. So far, Raiders got the first drive of the game. So Garoppolo's thrown 1 pass so far, and Josh Jacobs has gone for 1 run. How is Jimmy Garoppolo only passed 1 pass, but it went... Okay, stats just look weird, I guess, early on in games. Because 1 reception for 17 yards, average of 4 yards per reception. Someone needs to teach the NFL how to do their math, because that ain't math. And there we go. The Texans game goes final. 58 yards for Singletary. Dang, I needed 60. Oh well. That's a bummer, but oh well. Here we go. Let's see what we got going on. And we're getting ready to go back racing. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the poll real quick here. And now they're talking about Kyle Larson doing rookie orientation for the Indy 500. I think he got I'm pretty sure he got through rookie orientation. We'll win stage 2. Let's see. And pace car is off. It's going to be Larson and Keselowski on the front row. Keselowski the control car here, so let's see. I'm going to watch for the, nobody really backing off, which is good. Nobody kind of laying back, no penalties potentially going to be dinged there. Keselowski not able to clear the outside lane to put a block on Kyle Larson. Larson going to the outside, going to try and make it work around the top. Down and back straightaway. They're still even. Big push here to Larson. Larson and Keselowski still side by side as they get through 3 and off of turn 4. Keselowski trying to side draft, keeping them side by side. That's across the line. Larson the leader at the line by 17/100ths of a second there. And Larson continuing to fight there, but now we got Keselowski gets out in front. Brad Keselowski will clear him and will be good to lead this one. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson. And Christopher Bell holding on to that third spot here. All right, there we go. There's your poll for stage number 2. You guys can go ahead and vote on it. Let us know who you guys think is going to win stage number 2. So you guys can go ahead and vote on that. But here we go. We got Reddick looking way to the outside here. 3 wide on the outside. No contact with Logano from... Let's say contact with Logano and Reddick there. Uh-oh. Hopefully nothing serious in terms of the damage. Those two making... Again, incidental contact there, I think. Again, Reddick trying to ride it way high on the outside. But then the 22 just comes up the track into the 45. And then the 45 had to turn away from the wall just a little bit and ultimately turned into the 22 of it. I don't think that was too much of intentional from either side, but certainly they need to make sure they're taking care of each other here. And so far, 3 votes, 3 different options picked here. And Logano is starting to make his way around the outside of Martin Truex Jr. here for 13th now. Actually, no, sorry, that's Truex making his way past Logano for 13th. Logano's the one moving sliding back further and further. Fight for third. Here we go. William Byron to the inside of Christopher Bell. Is William Byron's car finally good? But, let's see. So, there we go. So here we go. Bell and Byron having an amazing battle here as Byron just barely clears in front of Christopher Bell, gets up to the top, and now William Byron up to third here. So Byron up to third. Bell drops back to fourth here. Hamlin gonna be looking for that top 4 spot as well, though. Bell only -1 on the playoffs, so if he can go ahead and pass back William Byron, he'll be trending on pace to make it into the next round of the playoffs. Obviously, still plenty of time to go. You got a couple races to go, but yeah. Let's say Keselowski wants to try and win this race if Buescher can't, to try and avoid locking in a driver that would potentially keep Buescher out of the playoffs. Now, obviously, if Buescher could win, that'd be better, because then RFK locks into the championship race as opposed to trying to just avoid others from locking in. But that's hard to control here. But, Keselowski's still looking for that first win as a driver owner here at Roush Fenway. Keselowski, he hasn't won since leaving Penske, so. And there they go to side-by-side commercials. Yay! We love side-by-side commercials. You see, I'm starting to climb up the leaderboard in this fantasy draft, too. I'm still a decent way off the top 3, but I'm doing terrible here. Alright, here we go. Let's say Mike McDowell starting to lose some spots here in the. Let's say, where is Mike McDowell running? Michael McDowell all the way back in 21st after all that he's been through at this point in the run. Not good, but hopefully he can get better here. But yeah, we got about 35 laps to go. Can these tires make it all the way? We've been a long distance here. Alright, so let's see. Bubba Wallace down in 13th right now. I was hoping he'd have a little bit more speed today, but he has just not shown anything. So here we go. Let's see. We actually have a decent amount of people here. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. We do these kinds of streams all throughout the NASCAR season. This is the first season of me trying to do every possible NASCAR event. And next year we're going to try and do even more NASCAR events if at all possible. Now, it's going to be tough, but at the very least, we're going to try and do every Cup race next year. Again, I'll have to see if start times have been announced. Let me see if the start times for the NASCAR schedule. I know it was announced. Okay, let's see. So, let's see. Do most of these or all of these have dates and times? Okay, that's good. Good. Alright, so they do all appear to have start times. So, there we go. So, looks like a lot of the same start times from this year. A lot of, say, the 2 o'clocks late in the year. Just taking a look, see if there's any notable changes to the schedule in terms of start times. All-Star Race an 8 p.m. thriller there. Dover at 2 o'clock on a Sunday in April. Yay. Alright, so yeah. Oh, we got a Richmond night race. I didn't realize we were getting a Sunday night race at Richmond. Nice. Glad to see that one. But yeah, no, we got a lot of day races. And yeah, but for the most part, the start times look pretty similar to this past year's start time. So we should be able to do most, if not every Cup race, barring weather. But yeah, there should be a stream though for most of them. So here we go. Welcome to everybody though. We got a lot of people hanging out in here. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Hanging out. We got, let's say, Keselowski's still managing that race lead. Kyle Busch trying to find what he can do to try and close in that gap to Blaney, because there's a big gap that's grown between 7th and 8th there, between Blaney and Kyle Busch. So Ross Chastain able to take the waiver on one of the cautions there, because he got that speeding penalty early, which cost him the lead lap, and now he's back up inside the top 10 like he wants to be. Ooh, that was nearly contact there between Bowman and Chastain, and they're continuing to be close there. I don't know. Hopefully they don't end up crashing, but the way they're racing, I wouldn't be shocked if they do. All right, here we go. Blaney and Busch are here battling it out side by side. Oh, wait, nope, never mind. Blaney able to clear Buescher here. And now Blaney's going to try and separate a little bit. Blaney continuing to catch and pass people and move up the leaderboard here. And Martin Truex Jr. just passed Ross Chastain for 10th here. Now it'll be Truex looking on Bowman here for the 9th place position. So Truex starting to find a little bit of his rhythm here. Surprised that the 2311 cars have been so off today, considering this is their style of racetrack. I mean, this track is very similar to Kansas. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. 2.5 seconds the lead between Keselowski and Byron there. And is that an issue for Larson? So Larson hit the wall, you think, so that's why he slowed down here. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Oh, whoa! How'd the car get that sideways and we didn't hear about it until now? But I guess that's just how good Larson was at keeping it under control. But yeah, Larson, the entire back half of the car stepped out on him. He tagged the fence, but he kept it going. So, massive congratulations to Kyle Larson on being able to pull that one off to save the car there. Alright, so, but yeah, that's why Larson dropped back to 5th here. And now we got a 2.8 second lead between Bell and Brad Keselowski here. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Yellow. Yellow's out. We got the yellow out with about 20 laps to go here in the race. What's the yellow for, I wonder? Did Larson's tire finally give out, or did we have something else happen? Debris? We'll have to wait and see, because the broadcast hasn't shown what the yellow's for yet. But the yellow flag has flown here. Alright, let's see. What's caution for? Come on. Hate feeling like I'm so far behind the rest of the broadcast. And, oh, yep, there we go. Bowman, flat tire. Flat tire Alex Bowman here. Not sure if that was from contact with the with another car, or if that was just, you know, the fact that these tires have an age limit here, it appears. But yeah, there we go. He just went and hit the inside fence to get that car to stop, so it's almost like the brakes weren't working either, which is not good. You definitely don't want to be losing your brakes. Well, and there we go. The other games for the NFL have started up. So there we go. Philly versus New York. The New Jersey Jets there is kicked off. So Bowman is out of his car, walking away from the accident. Good thing is it was a nice slow speed incident, whatever it was, but Oh, and Cleveland takes the lead in there in the 49ers game. That's big there. And saying, here we go, coming down pit road. It's everybody's coming to pit road. And say everybody's coming. There's no question here. You don't want to end up without tires here, especially if you want to try and earn playoff point or stage points here. All right, let's see. Any other games still going on from that 1 o'clock time slot? No. All the other games have gone final except for Browns, 49ers, and the Browns looking like they might be in position to upset the 49ers here. Denny Hamlin, 9.6 here, one of the faster stops, but here we go. Keselowski taking 2 tires. Byron, Kyle Busch taking 2. Logano takes 2. Harvick takes 2. Larson losing 1 spot, taking 4 tires. Bell losing 5 spots, taking 4 tires. Hamlin, Blaney also losing spots on 4 tires here. So, 49ers have only about 47 seconds on the clock to try and get down the field. And surprised McCaffrey hasn't been used more. Normally he's their go-to guy when they need to. Now, granted, they need to save clock right now. They got 1 timeout left over in that game. Okay, how many different people have they had run the ball at least once so far today? Christian McCaffrey, Jordan Mason, Ray McLeod III, Deebo Samuel, Brock Purdy, and Elijah Mitchell have all gotten at least 2 carries for the 49ers in their game. So, yeah, the 49ers game is getting crazy over there. But, obviously, we're here for the NASCAR race. But, hey, you know what? It's sports. Let me see. Alright, it's on Fox. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull up the... Okay, here we go. So, yeah, I'm watching the end of this 49ers game here. I want to see what's going to happen. But, yeah, they were fighting before they even started the game over in Cleveland. I believe they're playing this in Cleveland here for the 49ers. But, yeah, it's they got 9 seconds left on the clock. It's a field goal here that they're going to be trying. Cleveland's used all their timeouts. San Fran still has 1. So here we go. Let's see. This is going to say if they get this field goal, they win the game and remain undefeated. If not, they lose to the Browns. It's a somewhat long one. They're going to be kicking it from about the 31-yard line, so it's a 41-yard attempt here. Kick is up, and it is wide. The 49ers lose. Oof. That is rough. So, the 49ers lose that game over there. Hey, JP, how's it going? Alright, here we go. So, yeah, the 49ers just lost their game against Cleveland. First loss of the year for the 49ers, which is surprising. I didn't expect this to be the game they would lose, but it appears like that's going to be them losing this one. So, Lions-Buccaneers is kicked off. Rams-Cardinals, Patriots-Raiders, and Eagles-Jets. So, all the 4 o'clock games. Not in my area. Great. Probably not in my area. Oh, why is that the game in my area? Cardinals at Rams for the Northeast. And Jets Philly is also in my area. Yay. Okay, so I got a few options for games I can watch after this, but obviously we're not here for football. We're here for NASCAR. We're getting ready for the restart here. Keselowski and Byron making up the front row. Then you've got Logano and Kyle Busch in a pair of yellow cars in the second row here. Third row, you've got Larson, and I'm not sure who that is on the inside. Is that Kevin Harvick in the inside of row 3? But here we go. Let's see. And they are off. Green flag, green, green, green. And they are off and racing here. Let's see. Can Keselowski hold on to the lead? He had a very tough battle with Larson last time they had a restart. Larson now trying to look on the outside of Kyle Busch for 3 wide. Not able to find it there. 3 wide down the back straightaway. It's a drag race between between Keselowski and Byron here. It's definitely a close matchup here. Byron's starting to nose ahead as they head off of turn 4, but the 08 or not the 08, sorry, the 6 continuing to side draft, and the 8 there in the back trying to mess around. The 8 of Kyle Busch and the 5 of Kyle Larson having some trouble there, tangling. No caution. Obviously, they haven't wrecked yet, but they pretty much nearly did as Larson goes to the outside of Joey Logano now here. And right now we got Keselowski trying to run away from that's not Denny Hamlin, that's William Byron there. Sorry, mixing up a lot of paint schemes because a lot of people have different paint schemes this weekend. That's surprising to see a lot of different paint schemes on track that we're not used to seeing. Here we go. Kyle Busch trying to look to the inside on Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain putting a little bit of a block there on him. So the battle, as I say, they got 13 laps to go here in stage number 2. 13 to go. It's going to be tough, but hopefully these guys can make it work. So here we go. Let's see. Keselowski and Larson, 1-2. Larson's made his way back up to the top one here. But here we go. Let's see. We got Joey Logano really having some trouble on those old tires as he's continuing to fall further back. Christopher Bell dives out from behind him to make the pass here. Kyle Larson looking to the outside here, looking to try and make a move here on the lead. Let's see what can happen here. Points to be paid at the end of stage 2. I'm going to try my other earbud because this one seems to be skipping out a lot. No, it's just the broadcast on Peacock, I guess, is really skippy, which is not my favorite, but man, it's what we got to deal with here because I don't have traditional cable. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Larson looking to the inside. He's got the lead here on Keselowski. And he's able to clear. He can go up. And Larson clears. Kyle Larson clears Brad Keselowski for the race lead. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch trying to separate himself from Keselowski's teammate Chris Buescher here at the back half of the top 10. As they continue to battle down the straightaway. 10 to go. 10 laps to go. Alright, I gotta try restarting my Peacock app because this is really annoying, the skipping. Or I can try muting it. But, yeah. There we go. That's a lot better. Now they're talking with Bowman here outside the care center. Again, glad to see he's okay. Nice slow crash for him, so he didn't ultimately get hurt. But yeah, we got 9 laps to go here, coming to 8 to go now, and Kyle Larson is taking command of this race. Ross Chastain's made it up to 2nd now, so Chastain to 2nd. 3rd is Keselowski. 4th, William Byron. I mean, how much is Larson trying to separate himself from the potential back 4 that could potentially bump him out the playoffs here? He's running very well, like he's trying to bump him out here. But yeah, 8 laps to go here in Las Vegas for the 2nd stage. Gonna really quickly check my fantasy lineup because you have 7 laps to also pick if you want to move your guy in or out the in or out of here. Tough call. I'm gonna move that there. I'm gonna move him there. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. All right, so here we go. Let's see. All right, so 3 Cup races and 4 Xfinity races will be on Peacock. Okay. I have no idea which ones, though. They don't have a list. Are you kidding me? Why is this so hard to find? Yeah, Bowman's out the race for today. He ended up, he blew a tire and crashed into the inside wall. He was what brought out the caution about 15 laps ago to have this restart that we're currently battling through. So 3 laps to go here in stage number 1. So right now Larson has over a 1.5 second lead over Ross Chastain, and he wants to keep it that way for at least 3 laps while he runs it down to the end of this one. And here we go, Keselowski battling side by side with Hamlin. Hamlin gonna get by here. So, yeah, there we go. The Browns do upset the 49ers here today. So, 49ers take their first loss of the year, and that's Brock Purdy's first regular season loss of his career, which is pretty impressive that he made it this far. But Brock Purdy takes his first loss. And here we go. White flag in stage number 2. White flag for stage number 2 is out. Let's go. Yep. Yeah, Bowman blew a tire out of nowhere with about 20 to go in this stage. Ultimately let a lot of people go and get their tires changed here. And Kyle Larson comes across the line, wins stage number 2. Kyle Larson, Chastain. 2nd, 3rd, Bell. 4th, Hamlin. 5th, Brad Keselowski. 6th, Byron. 7th, Kyle Busch. 8th, Ryan Blaney. 8th, Tyler Reddick. And rounding out your top 10, it's Bubba Wallace coming home in 10th there. So your top 10 actually ended up being pretty decent here. All right, so there we go. We had a pretty good run to the checkers there. Again, Larson able to get out there and lead. And the question is, can Larson continue to win? Hey, Alessandro, you're from, watching from Italy. That's pretty cool. It's getting pretty late over there, but hey, you know what? If NASCAR's on, we're all up, right? At least that's how I am. If NASCAR's going to be on no matter what time. Daytona 500 ends at like midnight or later on the East Coast, I'm usually watching it. So we're still sitting, we are 15 subscribers away from hitting the 2,400 mark, which is pretty impressive. But man, we've had just a As I say, this last month and a half, 2 months here are, as I say, these last month or two, September and October have been incredible here. Yeah, as I say, not everybody's a Hamlin fan. I don't have a major opinion on him. He's never been my favorite Joe Gibbs driver, but he hasn't done anything that terribly upsets me too much. Ignore the fact that I was yelling at him in the post race of Pocono earlier this year, because yeah, that was bad. But I try not to. I try not to hold too much of a grudge there. But yeah, when it was just racing, the same way that he went and paid back Ross at Pocono last year, not great. So we've had 15 lead changes among 6 different drivers so far today, though. 79 laps led for Kyle Larson on the day. Pretty good day. Yeah, as I even I don't know how many people actually do like him immensely, but yeah. Yeah. And so everybody's got their favorites and everybody's got their people they can't stand. For me, for a while, that was Keselowski that I just, for whatever reason, between the run-ins with my favorite drivers of Kyle Larson or Carl Edwards, I mean, and then the incidents with Kyle Busch on track as well. Oh yeah, lots of people have not been liking him. So there we go. So, say there's the wedding that happened during the pit stops. I don't see why they couldn't have just done that before or after the race. Like, why do you have to try and do that in the middle of it? Yep, so that's another one that people. I feel like that one is less. There's a lot less people that are in the middle on that one. You either love them or you hate them, and I like Bubba. He definitely isn't like top of my list or anything, but he runs well. He's a great personality for the sport, that's for sure. And from everything I've seen of him at the track, he seems like a ton of fun. Here we go. Hamlin in his pit stall. Larson and Bell just hits his pit stop. Yeah, I think every family that watches NASCAR has that situation from time to time. Hamlin, fastest pit stop of the 3 that we were tracking there. But no, Bell actually comes off of the race lead here. Bell gaining 2 spots. Chastain comes out second. Third, Larson. Fourth will be Keselowski here as they come off of this one. Yeah, I was in Charlotte last week. I took the trip down from Maine to Charlotte to watch the Charlotte Road Course race in person. Was also hoping that I would have a little bit more time to look at houses in the area too, but yeah. Ultimately, that's the goal is going to be moving down to North Carolina sometime next year. So that's the plan. It's just kind of trying to get down there. That way, I can hopefully bring some more at the track coverage for you guys. Even though I actually really enjoy doing this from here, but obviously at the track is always almost always a better experience though. All right, let's see. Do I got any other? Say any picks that are still. Say nope, and the ended up getting one wrong in the off by 3 yards on that pick. So yep. All right, nice. Yeah, I saw you in the chat last week, Alessandra. There, but yeah. Say when I'm at the track, I'll stream from there. But obviously, I can't possibly be at the track every week currently. I mean, as I work and live 3 hours from any of the racetracks, and So that's one race a year at New Hampshire that I can try and get to. I didn't even get to New Hampshire this year, which was unfortunate because New Hampshire was actually a decent race, although it got rained out to Monday. So I guess it's a good thing I didn't make the effort to go there. Yeah. Yeah, some people like football, other people don't, so I like to try and give updates when it's actually going on, especially when I put picks in, but yeah, I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, so. Yeah. But Giants Bills getting ready to go tonight. I'm gonna say NBC having that one game a week, so of course it has to be a terrible game, but luckily they got some good sports content here on at Las Vegas. So let's see. We got 102 laps in this final stage. We're racking down the first ones. We're under 100 to go here. Okay, baseball. All right. Well, let's see how the baseball playoffs are going, I guess, is what we can check out here. But I kind of stopped caring about the MLB. I mean, once my team got eliminated, okay, so there's only one playoff game tonight. That's game 1 of Rangers versus Astros, and that doesn't start till 8:15. But yeah, the Astros and Rangers. Then you've got Philly versus the Diamondbacks. That series starts tomorrow at 8:00. So some pretty good. Some pretty good teams up here, though. I mean, the Astros have been a pretty good team for a little while. But yeah, my team, the Boston Red Sox, got knocked out a little while ago. So, hey, you know what? At least if we weren't going to make the playoffs, at least the Yankees didn't either. So, here we go. We're getting ready for the less than 100 to go, 97 laps to go. Lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go back racing. Let's go. Mike McDowell to 6th. Let's go. All right, you're a Phillies fan. All right, nice. So here we go. Pace car diving off to pit road here, leaving the field in the hands of Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell takes him through the guide car restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are racing once again at Las Vegas here. Got Ross Chastain leading that outside line. Kyle Busch popping out of line behind Michael McDowell, trying to take him 3 wide here. Michael McDowell now in the middle of 3 wide, although he's got the looks like the lane of momentum. It's going to be hard to tell. That bottom line actually starts to fade there and allows Michael McDowell to get in line there. And Kyle Busch filters into the bottom line in front of Michael. So Kyle Busch actually doing pretty well. And trying to commentate where all these yellow cars are moving in and around each other. First it was Kyle Busch and Logano. Now it's Kyle Busch and Michael McDowell. There's a lot of yellow cars out here. But yeah, so far though, Bell able to clear Chastain for the race lead. Yeah, Keselowski settles down here in 3rd place for now. Ross Chastain looking to the outside. He might be trying to find a way to round the 20. The 20 goes up the block, though. And I think the 1 maybe could have carried the momentum a little bit lower here to try and get this one, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. You got Byron currently sitting in the 5th position here, just behind his teammate who's sitting in 4th here. But man, right now, Christopher Bell is having to play every card he knows how to do when it comes to blocking, because Chastain is the faster car right now, going in behind the 20 of Christopher Bell here. Chastain, he's got a lot of momentum, and it's just down to Bell to find a way to keep that his rear bumper in front of the front bumper of the 1. So let's see. Here we go. The 1 of Chastain looking higher here. Can he get any momentum to find a way around him? And I say, the more that the 6 car can get the 1 to block, the more that the 1 and the 20 get to blocking, that 6 car is going to reel him in real quick here. And I say, the guy I'm rooting for today, it's still Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch, McDowell, I'm always going to root for those guys. My pre-race pick, though, to win the race was actually William Byron. I thought Byron was going to have a stronger car than he looks to have. I thought he was going to get up front and kind of dominate the race. But, yeah, and I wasn't sure which one you were talking about. If you're talking about favorite in terms of who you think's going to win, or who's your favorite in terms of who am I rooting for, because could be two different answers, could be two very similar answers if it's a track that, say, Kyle or McDowell looks good to win at. So, yep. It's very much just kind of how things go. But, yeah, those are my guys, so I'm always going to cheer for them. Even though I know there's very little chance of McDowell winning another oval this year. But if we can just have a good end of the season for McDowell, build some momentum to bring into next year and not lose our crew chief for the third straight year. Sorry. Little bitter about that one. But the last 2 seasons, we've overachieved. Say the 34 car overachieved in the regular season and lost our crew chief to another organization. First, it was Drew Blickensderfer, who got poached by Stewart Haas Racing for the number 10 car. He's now crew chief in the 10 car. He was the crew chief that won the Daytona 500 with Michael McDowell back in 2021. So we lost him going into 2022, and we got a new and we promoted our car chief to our crew chief role. And then we go and have one of his best seasons on record for the 34 team. No wins, but a very consistent regular season. And if it weren't for the amount of winners, might have had a shot at pointing our way to the playoffs. And ultimately, we lose our crew chief at the end of the year because he's now the crew chief for Alex Bowman. And Alex Bowman and Hendrick Motorsports end up poaching him. So we're developing a lot of crew chiefs. So yeah, we're on our 3rd crew chief in 3 years for Michael McDowell. But yeah. So hopefully we can maintain the current crew chief here. Can't imagine 4 different crew chiefs in 4 back-to-back years with 4 best seasons ever. Because this season's probably arguably been better than either of the last 2. But, yeah, right now, though, Martin Truex Jr. is side-by-side with Briscoe, and you got Busher looking from behind trying to figure out if he can find a way to get past him. It's hard to find a way around cars when they're too wide, though. Is Busher for position? Wait a minute. Is Busher actually for position on MTJ? Yeah, Busher isn't the surprise. Briscoe, though, in 19th. So Truex is stuck back here battling for 18th place on the racetrack here between himself, Busher, and Briscoe. 3-way battle for 18th. Yikes. That is a rough battle you don't really want to be in if you're Martin Truex Jr. You want to be further up the field than that. I say, Bubba Wallace currently sitting in 11th. I need him top 10. Come on. William Byron, need him 4th or better here. Kyle Busch needs to be 7th or better. I say, I'm pretty close on a lot of my picks. It's just a matter of whether or not they can get that one spot. And luckily, Bell, I don't have to worry about because he's leading the race. So, some pretty good picks, I think. All right, let's see. James Small and Martin Truex Jr. having a fiery conversation on the radio. So Truex was laying into James Small, and they're just trying to fix this problem. But right now, the problem is they're battling with cars constantly in the middle of the pack, and it's hard to pass cars when you're battling all the time. All right, so here we go. So now you got them starting to settle in here. They aren't hopefully going to keep battling with Briscoe now that both Busher and Truex have gotten past Chase Briscoe. Now, Truex, just don't go and try and pass Buescher. Work with him, because you both need to get back up into this fight. There's no need for those two to be fighting with each other and let Briscoe back into this fight. Yep, Kyle Larson has won both stages today. Did he win both stages? Yeah, he won the second stage. Yeah, but yeah, he had a pretty decent hit with the wall earlier today in stage 2. Got lucky with a caution flag, though, because Brad Keselowski was going to win that second stage if it weren't for the caution flag that when his teammate's tire went out. It wasn't an intentional thing or anything, but just something to mention there. So here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Oh wow, Raiders are doing amazing against the Patriots here. Just taking a quick look at the NFL games going on. Cardinals, Rams, 3 apiece. Lions, Bucks, 3-3. Or, sorry, 3-0 there. And then you've got Eagles, Jets, which is only 7-0, which is actually pretty decent considering what I was expecting for that game. But yeah, Raiders 10-0 over the Patriots is currently the biggest margin of victory in the games going on right now. For the NFL, we're currently at a side-by-side commercial where we can't really see what we're even talking about because the size of the screen is about a fourth the size it normally should be. But yeah, here we go. Bubba Wallace dropping back to 12th here. He loses a spot to Kevin Harvick, as opposed to gaining spots like I need him. Bubba's going to be the one to cost me here, isn't he? Probably. Hopefully not, but yeah. Byron lost a spot there to Hamlin. And Chastain, he's building up the momentum to try and make another run at Christopher Bell as they come back from commercial break. And here we go. Down the back straightaway. Chastain carrying a lot of momentum, and he's got the speed. He's not in the playoffs anymore. He is looking just to upset the Championship 8 here. Because the Championship 8 right now, the Elite 8, whatever you want to call them, the drivers in the round of 8, Chastain's only job here is to try and... Oh, Chastain goes way up the track. He's going to lose second here to Keselowski, and that's going to make this... That's actually going to help Bell out a lot, because if Bell can get the 6 and the 1 to battle each other, that'll help him potentially stretch the lead out a bit. But there we go. Chastain's starting to build that momentum right back up, though, and gets clear of the 6. But, yeah, right now the 20 is deciding to defend high. He thinks that the 1 car doesn't have the speed to try and beat him down low, and obviously you don't want to give the guy a chance to try and beat you where you think he's the best. But yeah, we are continuing to climb towards that 2,400 subscriber mark. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned into the stream. We got 31 people in here. Of course, remember to like and subscribe if you guys are new, so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. We'll be streaming 2 of the 3 races next weekend, including Dale Jr.'s return to the Xfinity Series track after about 3 weeks out of the car, because he raced at Bristol and he'll be racing at Homestead next week, 3 p.m. Eastern for the Xfinity Series. Still got 73 laps to go here, but right now Bell's got a little bit of the lead he can work with here. Meanwhile, that's Ross is trying to find a way to make something happen here. Alright, let's see what we got. $208. That would mean pitting in like 10 laps. So that would be early. I would really like to try and stretch that to about 2. Can we do 2:15, Steve Letarte? I know you're the official crew chief that's actually done this before, but if we could just stretch that fuel window to about 2. Are you kidding me? 2:15 is the outer limit of what they're saying the fuel pit window is. If we can stretch that though to like 2:10, 2:15, try and make that a little bit more comfortable on the second run, because pitting with 50 to go is gonna be a nightmare to try and save the fuel to the checkers. And you don't want to put your driver in a position where they're having to defend on fuel the entire time to the checkers. Nobody likes that. Let's see. So yeah, we actually have a pretty good race going though. I mean, it hasn't been it hasn't been a 10 out of 10 knocking it out the ballpark race, but honestly, it's doing its job. It's an entertaining race, solid. Nobody's kind of going out there and throwing. It's not kind of completely chaos with cars spinning all over the place, but you do have a little bit of randomness thrown in there with the tires. Now, I wish that it was just drivers being loose that was causing the issues, not the tires, but you make do with what you got. So William Byron, he's struggling with the handling again, and he's currently sitting in 6th place. I need him. Where do I need him? 4th. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what we got going on. And we just crossed the 1,000 view mark on this stream, so thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in throughout the stream. It's not necessarily the most viewed stream in channel history, but it's always nice to see the number hit that 4-digit mark. Because not very many of our streams actually have done that in the past, so. I mean, it's Oh! One car up the track again. He might have even gotten the fence there as they slide up the track. Let's see. So now he's going to be in behind. Now he's going to be battling with Hamlin. Oh, great. Chastain and Hamlin battling it out for 5th place right now. Or for 4th. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right? But yeah, and then right now, Kyle Larson is closed into the back bumper of Keselowski. And all of this is going to allow Christopher Bell to start pulling away here. So, Christopher Bell, he continues to lead by a very good margin as they go to side-by-side commercial break yet again. Alright, here we go. So we're closing in on pit stops here pretty soon. Letarte seemed to incline that he thinks that the optimal time to pit will be in about 4 laps or so. I think I'd like to see if you can get another 10. And you should be able to get about 5 to 10, but here we go. It's not an easy one to guess, that's for sure. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Christopher Bell now has about a 1.1 second lead over Keselowski. Keselowski hopefully starting to settle that battle between himself and Kyle Larson. But the battle I'm worried about is that battle for 4th. Sorry, the battle for 4th between Chastain and Hamlin, because Hamlin is not a big fan of Chastain's. We know this. So here we go. Let's see. All right, so let's go. But yeah, where the MLB playoffs are here, they don't have any games going on during the races, so I guess it's a good thing if you want to watch both, but it's not great because it doesn't give us enough to talk about while we're into these commercial breaks. But hey, you know what? If you guys have any topics you'd like to talk about, feel free to go ahead and mention them, and we'll try and get to a few of them. But gotta love sitting through commercials of The Voice. Like, come on. It's a decent show, but man, it's definitely not my type of show. But here we go. Hamlin looking the inside here on Chastain. So the Toyotas are currently running. Bubba Wallace in 13th here. Reddick in 11th. Gibbs currently sits in the 10th place here. Martin Truex Jr. further back. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Yellow, yellow, yellow. We got a yellow flag. Let's see what the yellow's for. Uh-oh, what's the yellow for? I see the flag, and now we're just waiting to see what's the cause. Because I see the flag tends to update a bit before the broadcast does. So here we go. Let's see. Right now, though, I'm going to say we know there's a yellow flag. We just don't know what the yellow is for here. I'm going to say, does anybody beat the yellow to the pit road? Does anyone get caught out because they came to pit road too early? Oh, crash in turn 2. It's Chase Briscoe spinning around. Not sure what the cause was, but Briscoe was the effect. He goes and spins around. And he now has a tire down. I don't know if the tire down is what caused him to spin like that, but let's see. I'm sure we'll have a replay up here. And yeah, I didn't see anybody beat the yellow here by getting to the pit road first. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Let's see what happened here. Oh yeah, no, he just lost it on his own. I don't know if the tire goes down there, but he had a little bit of contact with Stenhouse. But yeah, there we go. And then the 14 just spins it around. So this caution flag, it brings another stoppage to the race. We're going to be getting ready to go. 57 laps. That's going to be a long time to be able to make it here. So let's see. Nine, 10, 11. So yeah, so we've had quite a few streams this year actually hit the 1,000 mark, but yeah, you know what? Let's add this one to the list. Another stream that hits the 1,000 view mark. And here we go. So, I'd say, I doubt that this is your final pit stop. Even if we go green flag from here, I expect somebody to be hurting for tires. I don't know who it's going to be, but somebody's going to be hurting for tires here. Homestead, Miami, that should be a big race, though, for Larson and Reddick to try and do well. let's see what we got. So they're back from commercial break, and we are ready to keep talking about this one. So currently, Hamlin and Truex are separated by about 10 points on the playoff cut line. And that cut line a little bit tighter because of the fact that Christopher Bell, who would normally be in between Truex and Hamlin on points, is leading the race and would get that golden ticket, which guarantees the advance. Alright, here we go. Let's see. And there we go. Everybody coming down pit road. Let's see. Blaney is in his pit stall. He's getting his service done. 7, 8, 9 seconds. 10.0 for Blaney. So 10 flat for Blaney. Larson and Bell have both made their ways to their pit stalls here. 9 flat for Kyle Larson. 9.4 for Christopher Bell. So some good pit stops there. Larson able to take the lead on pit road. Keselowski holding second. Third, Christopher Bell. Alright, here we go. So, yeah, that race off pit road was tight. And they go to a commercial break, so. We don't have a whole lot that we can really talk about. We're just kind of waiting here for them to decide to throw this one, so. I'm not going to make any new picks. We're going to just work with what we got right now. But, yeah, we are currently sitting 14 subscribers away from 2,400. Yeah, if we could hit that this week, that would be amazing. But, again, I don't anticipate it. If we hit 2,400 by the end of the season, that would be amazing. Let's see. Patriots get on the board in their game. Rams-Cardinals still a field goal show. Jets get on the board in their game, and the Buccaneers still trying to find their way to a score. All right, here we go. Let's see. But yeah, let's see what we got. We got Larson, Keselowski, Bell, Chastain, Hamlin. Your top 5, it looks like. Alright, let's see. So yeah, Bills, Giants tonight, and then Cowboys, Chargers on Monday night. Upcoming football games are not looking great. But what is looking great is this race at Las Vegas as we get ready to go back from the commercial break, and let's get back to the track. So here we go. The Las Vegas sphere thing. let's see. Alright, and we're pace cars off. We're back to racing here. Kyle Larson and Brad Keselowski leading them into turn number 1. And who is that on the inside? Is that Logano or Kyle Busch looking to the inside to try and make it 3 wide? Oh, 4 wide there for a moment between Denny Hamlin, Chastain, Logano. Okay, that was close. And not sure who the 4th car on the outside. That was Byron was the 4th car on the extreme outside. And yeah, that was Logano making it 4 wide on the bottom of the racetrack. I thought it might have been Kyle Busch, but no, Kyle Busch following him in the other yellow car. But yeah, right now though, Kyle Busch versus Joe Logano, they're both trying to make their way through this field. And we got another yellow. We got another flag. What's the yellow for? This one, oh yeah, there's the car in the fence. Ty Gibbs in the 54 scrapes the fence, and we got the yellow flag flying. And now Ty Gibbs blows a right front. Are you kidding me? Oh. And the wheel comes off on the racetrack. So Ty Gibbs loses 2 laps. And that's going to be a 2-week vacation for somebody. Well, I guess if the wheel broke, like if the wheel itself broke, it wouldn't be a fault of the team. Oh yeah, he ran over something that cut the tire. Okay, so it wasn't just the tire being bad. Okay, that makes it better, I would say, at least for Goodyear's sake. So, yeah, again, that sounds like it's going to be a penalty for the 54 team as they lose the tire. So, yep, there we go. Caution flag flies, and Kyle Larson's going to have to try and defend on another restart. Here we go. Byron, I need to gain 1 more spot. Kyle Busch needs to gain like 2. Bubba, not even sure where Bubba went. Let's see. Where did Bubba end up going here? Martin Truex Jr. up to 14th. Bubba Wallace down to 15th. Wow. It's a good restart there for a couple of those guys in the back there. But yeah, and if that is in fact the wheel coming off as a penalty, they are gonna get, I believe, a 2-lap hold is what the it's supposed to be penalty is. Yeah, and then Hocevar had a tire go down. That brought out a caution. We've had 7 cautions, and only 2 of them for the stages, so 5 cautions for cause. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. I'd say 54 is going to lose a bit of time anyway, just fixing up that car. I don't know how NASCAR is going to assess that penalty because I haven't heard them officially say they're going to hold them for 2 laps, but I wouldn't be surprised if the NASCAR officials do hold him. But yeah, here we go. We're just getting ready for the end of this race. Yep, being held a couple laps. Hey, it's almost like I know my rules. But yeah. Used to be that it was a 4-week suspension for your car, your crew chief, your tire carrier, and your tire changer. But they changed the rule this year because of the amount of loose wheels to try and lighten the penalty because there's so much that can go wrong. So here we go. Welcome everybody that's tuned into this live stream. We are wrapping up. We're getting ready to wrap up the end of this third stage. We got about 50 or so to go. We got a little under 50 to go here, so should be a good run to the finish. We are currently working the 7th yellow flag of the day after Ty Gibbs lost a wheel on the restart. So there we go. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in, though. Of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos, live streams. But yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting this one out, seeing what's gonna happen here. Alright, here we go. So games again. It's like the NFL games from the 4:30 time slot are starting to get closer and closer to halfway. But yeah, we still got a little ways to go in our race. Yeah, we're just passing the 2.5 hour mark, by the way, on the from the race's green flag. So honestly, it's not actually that long of a race, despite how long it's felt. Between how slow it felt without the cautions, kind of waiting for the stage ends to come around, and then now with the repeat yellows in back-to-back succession. Makes it a pretty interesting run to the checkers here. But yeah, here we go. So Larson, Keselowski, Bell, the top three. I'm going to go ahead and actually... No, let's go ahead and put up the race win poll. Alright, we're getting ready for the run to... They're getting ready to throw this thing back to green flag racing here. Alright, there you go. There's your poll for who you guys think is going to win the race. So you guys can go ahead and vote on who you guys think is going to get it. Who are the 8 playoff drivers? So they are Kyle Larson in 2nd, 3rd, Christopher Bell, William Byron in 6th, 7th, Reddick, 8th is Denny Hamlin. Then you've got in 11th place, not pictured, Ryan Blaney. Martin Truex Jr. in 13th is another one of the 8. And then you also got Chris Buescher down there as well, not pictured. He's the other playoff driver. So you got Larson, Bell, Byron, Reddick, Hamlin, Blaney, Truex, and Buescher are your are the 8 drivers still in the playoffs here. But the 4 guys I put up there are your guys that I think are going to battle for are the top 3 here on the restart as they go back to racing. And here we go. Green flag, green, green, green. Larson able to get a little bit of an edge here as they go around to complete the first lap after the caution flag ended. Keselowski settling into the second position. Bell to third here. Now, what can Byron do here? He's up to fourth. Byron versus Chastain here for fourth. Logano, Hamlin, Kyle Busch there in the mix. Kyle Busch up into the... Wait, where's Kyle Busch? Oh, he's there in 8th place, so... Come on, Kyle. Let's go, Kyle! Kyle Busch getting to the inside here on Denny Hamlin, and they cut away from the battle. Are you kidding me? And there we go. Ross Chastain putting some big blocks here on Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick trying to get up here and get in the mix. And here we go. Logano diving up the inside on Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick trying to block, but not able to block that one with how late he pulled the move here. Yeah, I know. Kyle Larson's got the lead here. But right now, Reddick versus Logano here for the battle for sixth here is actually pretty good. And now Kyle Busch to the inside. He's going to take that spot over Logano. And there we go. That was a really smooth move, actually, for Kyle Busch. He didn't even break a sweat making that move to go by the 22 there. That's very impressive to see a pass happen that smoothly inside the top 5. Especially when most passes that we've seen have taken multiple laps here and penalty for the number 9 machine of Chase Elliott. I'm assuming it will either restart violation. So he either laid back on the restart or maybe he even dived below the below the line before getting to the start-finish line, which is also a rules violation here at Las Vegas and at all the mile and a half. I remember that rule specifically being enforced 2017 playoff Kansas, where Martin Truex Jr., the race leader, went below the WL line and got a penalty for it. Meanwhile, the 18 of Kyle Busch, who followed him down there, didn't get the penalty because Martin Truex Jr. was supposed to set where the inside line is supposed to be and was supposed to set them above the line. Truex set them below the line when they settled in for the restart, and that was where he got the penalty. So, yeah. So that's possibly, but it sounds like it was more the laying back on the restart being what caused it. But Martin Truex Jr. is a head case. I mean, he's still in position for his best playoff performance so far this year. He hasn't had a top 15 yet, and he's currently 13th, so he might have a shot at this one. But man, it feels weird to think that Martin Truex Jr. can't get a top 15 what is this? This is the 7th race of the playoffs, and we haven't had a top 15 from Truex. Okay, yeah, they're showing the him dropping back here. So here we go. Let's see. So Kyle Busch up into 6th place here. Byron to 4th here. All right, we're making some good moves here. The problem is, I don't know where on earth Bubba is. Oh, where is Bubba Wallace running right now? Let's see. Bubba Wallace currently 17th here. So Bubba Wallace currently sitting in 17th place. And let's say he might be the one driver I might have picked wrong on. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. 17 of Busher gives a push to the 4 as he's getting ready for his final race here at Las Vegas. Goes 3 wide around the outside for Chris Buescher. He's going to try and make the pass, and he clears him. Chris Buescher able to clear both Truex and Harvick. Truex wishes he had that kind of speed to go out there and just pass people. But yeah, right now though, we've got a pretty good race going here. So of course, poll in the chat if you guys want to go ahead and vote on who you guys think is going to get this win here. Larson, Keselowski, and Bell, the top three, still are the guys on the poll. So let's see. So Chastain has actually held on to this top five here, which is surprising because he's normally the guy ruffling up everybody else's feathers instead. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, right now, because Kyle Larson looking like he's going to try and sweep this thing as they go to side-by-side commercial. So yeah, we got ourselves a pretty good race going here, though. I mean, Larson's kind of starting to... Oh, wow, Larson's got a 2-second lead. Never mind, he's starting to blow this one out the water here. Still a good race, but man, Larson is starting to pull away here. He's got 2 seconds and 2.5 back to Bell. 4 seconds back to Byron. So, again, barring a caution flag, we may be seeing the... that might have been the last restart, similar to what we saw last night at Vegas with Riley Herbst, is that he got that lead late. We didn't know if we would see another green flag or another yellow flag pit stop. And if they do get a yellow flag, so here we go. 2.2 to Keselowski now. So it's starting to drag away. Bubba Wallace up to 16, so he goes and makes one pass here, but he needs to make a lot more to get into that top 10 here. So here we go. Let's see what we got going on. So yeah, there's a lot of guys out this race too. Let me see. How many cars are out the race? Oh, actually only 2 guys officially out the race. Never mind. I thought we had a few more out of it. But, yeah, I mean, Ty Gibbs and Briscoe are both 4 laps down after their incidents that brought out cautions, but they are not actually out the race. They're out of a chance to probably win the race, but... So the question is, how many more sets of tires do some of these guys have? I wish there was a way to see, like, how many pit stops they've each made on the website, but I don't know, where or if that feature even exists, which would be nice if it did exist, but it does. If it does, I don't know it. So here we go. Hopefully we should be back to full screen here. Yep, there we go, full screen. Back from commercial break, and we are ready to go. Let's go. But Kyle Larson, very lonely out there, out ahead, and Ty Gibbs. He's got he looks like he's got another flat tire here. Another right front tire flat for Ty Gibbs. What is going on with these tires here? Luckily, this one isn't bringing out a caution flag, but man. So here we go. Let's see. 26 laps to go here. Can Kyle Larson punch his ticket to Phoenix here this week? So let's see. What is going to happen here? Through the field here. So they're going to go through the entire field. I'm just kind of looking at this one. It is currently a tie between Bell and Truex for the final spot in the playoffs. Truex's points gap that he's had not holding up right now. He's going to end up potentially losing out his entire points advantage that he's built up by winning the regular season championship and winning all three of those races in the regular season to not end up even being able to use those points in the playoffs pretty much because he's going to be giving them all up pretty much. But Byron's actually having a pretty good day here in fourth. Was a little concerned with the... oh, and here we go. Kyle Busch trying to take fourth from William Byron here. Let's go. Come on. Let's see those two work together and make their way up through the field. I mean, come on. Go up past Keselowski, both of you. But, yeah, until we get if we get another caution, that'll really shake up the field. But until that happens, I think we're pretty much settling down into our finishing positions. I don't know how much more passing is going to happen. Although, here we go. The battle for second. Brad Keselowski on the outside of Christopher Bell. Bell on the inside, trying to hold on here. So, let's see. So, here we go. We actually have a pretty good battle here, though. And Truex on track. Again, he's up into 11th here. Might be on pace for his first top 10 of the playoffs. Which, again, he hasn't even finished inside the top 15 yet. There's not much positive you can really say about his playoff run to this point. And say Bushers are nothing for stage points. Oh, great. That's really going to hurt him down the line here when we get ready for Elimination Sunday in Martinsville. All right, here we go. Let's see. So Christopher Bell a little bit quicker here than some of these other guys. Oh, Christopher Bell faster than the 5 car. Let's go. That actually sounds promising here. Can he close in here? 19 laps to go. It's going to be a tough task, but he is starting to close in on Larson. He's 1.7 back, so it's possible. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. There's a lot of laps to go. And there we go. Chastain and Byron now fighting for position here. Come on. Come on, Chastain. You don't have to go and pass him, do you? But here we go. Let's see. And I say, the long run here, we're starting to develop it. And it's going to be down to what ends up happening here late in the race. So, yeah, if we do get a caution, I guess that's the next big question, is if we do get a caution, what do you do for a pit stop? 2 tires to get the lead? 4 tires to get the handling? You don't take nothing because your tires are shot and you'd be a sitting duck on a restart. Unless you think that's maybe your best bet. But again, I think that would just be dangerous to have a car out there on their tires. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So Larson is absolutely cruising right now, though. I mean, it's still 1.4 seconds out ahead of Bell. Bell hasn't been able to reel him in for a couple of laps here. And yeah, we might end up seeing a dominating run to the finish here. Here we go. Oh man, we got 15 to go here. 15 more times around this track. And oh, traffic for Larson. It's not gonna be tough traffic though. It's BJ McLeod and Briscoe, but so here we go. BJ McLeod gonna be the easy one to lap. Now you go up to Chase Briscoe, and I don't know if Briscoe's gonna let himself get lapped that easily. But here we go. Bell is continuing to close in. I just don't know if it's enough right now. He's got a long way to go to try and close this one in. But here we go. Let's see. So Kyle Busch all the way up to 4th place here. I'm going to say without a caution flag, I think Byron's just going to continue to fall down the leaderboard. He is struggling hard here right now. So here we go. Ryan Blaney's starting to close in on Ross Chastain and William Byron. Now here's the question: we got 11 laps to go here. Do we see a late yellow flag? Are we done with the cautions for the day? I don't think so. I think we have at least one more caution in the bag. Now, it's a short run at this point, so we might make it to 2 to go before the wreck happens, but I don't see a world in which this race doesn't see at least something happen at the end. But here we go. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, it's about a second gap here between Bell and Larson for that top spot, but yeah, let's see. But yeah, right now though, I mean, there's just not much to really talk about on the track here. Right now, playoff standings. I mean, you got Larson who would lock in with his win right now. You got Byron, I believe, sitting at about plus 10 on the cut line. Hamlin would be sitting at plus 3 on the cut line. Truex would be barely hanging on at plus 1. Bell, who's currently running 2nd place right now, would be minus 1. Then you've got Reddick in the 45 car, who's minus 15 points. And then you've got Blaney, who's minus 17. And then you've got Chris Buescher, who's yet to earn a single playoff point so far today, currently sitting 23 points below the cut line, which is rough because you don't want to end up having a run like that. And there we go. MTJ up into 9th here. But yeah, I did not expect Kyle Larson to dominate this race like this, though. 7 laps to go. 7 more times around. Let's see what we got going on here. Ryan Blaney coming up in 7th place here. He's going to try and look for something to do, but there's not really much he can do here. He might catch Byron here for Ryan Blaney, but again, there's just all of this is kind of a mute point when you got Larson dominating like he is. But again, it's not over. It's not over till it's over. Seven-tenths of a second between Bell and Kyle Larson here. There we go, 12. Looking the inside here on William Byron here. What's going to happen with the 12? So there we go. The 12 car clearing himself in front of William Byron, able to get up there. But yeah, the race is starting to get closer. I mean, for a race that Kyle Larson dominated, yeah, winning stages 1 and 2, and he's led 129 laps on the day. But here comes Bell. Bell is in the picture. You can see it. 4 laps to go. 4 more times around. Christopher Bell has clawed his way back into this fight. Bell versus Larson. Let's go. It is now half a second between them. At the line last time, 0.506 between the two competitors. 506 milliseconds between the two. And Larson going a little bit lower. To think that Larson's getting beat because Christopher Bell's going higher on the racetrack. Problem is, I guarantee Larson has that line in his back pocket ready to go if need be. But right now, you've got, again, Bell continuing to make time up top. That's starting to close in that gap now, about 0.3 of a second, it looks like. It's starting to be measured in car lengths. About 10 car lengths back is Christopher Bell as they come off the turn. 2 laps to go. 2 more times around. Can this happen, really? Let's see. What on earth can Christopher Bell do here to try and make this pass? This is going to be an insane finish here. Let's go. Come on, Christopher Bell. Larson going to the bottom of the racetrack. He is not able to run that top to try and block here. And let's see, it's going to be close here. There is lap traffic. Let's see, what's the battle going to be here as we get ready to go into turns 1 and 2. Bell to the top of the racetrack. Larson looking lower here. Larson looking for the gap here. It's the 20 is going to be to his back bumper here. I don't know if there's enough time. Let's say Larson gets around the lap car. He starts to slide high. He's going to get up in front of Bell, and Larson puts the block on Bell at the very end. It is bumper to bumper, and Kyle Larson wins in a photo finish over Christopher Bell. He wins by about half a car length. Kyle Busch comes home 3rd. Keselowski 4th. Ross Chastain comes home 5th. Ryan Blaney 6th. 7th. William Byron 8th. Reddick 9th. Martin Truex Jr., his first top 10 of the playoffs. And then Denny Hamlin in 10th. But, man, that was close. Larson wins it in a very close race, though. Christopher Bell fought that one all the way back to within half a car length of victory. I wish we could have seen that matchup. If we saw that happen with like 5 to go, that would have been insane, because watching those two battles side by side for 5 laps. And say, if Belly had maybe 1 more lap, he probably could have cleared Larson. But ultimately, we see this race go Larson's way. Larson will lock himself in to the round of 4, the championship 4. The first competitor to get there is Kyle Larson. So, Kyle Larson becomes the first driver to lock into the round of 12, or not round of 12, from the round of 8 into the round of 4. So, man, tag the wall still swept the weekend, but again, it was not nearly as dominant as winning winning the both stages and winning the race sounds. 20 lead changes between 7 different leaders. He leads just shy of half the race. He leads 133 out of 134 to officially lead half the race. Still led easily the most laps on the day, though. So, as usual, we are going to go ahead and run down through the final results, giving every team and driver their credit for where they finished, and then I will be signing off. I will be having a video coming out either later tonight or tomorrow, recapping this race, though, after I get a little bit of time to kind of collect my thoughts. So don't worry, that video will actually be coming, because I know I say that a lot and I don't end up getting to it because something else pops up, but here we go. So Larson coming home first. We already talked about kind of the top 10. You had Bell second, Kyle Busch coming home third in a valiant effort, 4 seconds behind the battle for the win. Keselowski comes home fourth. Fifth, Ross Chastain. Ryan Blaney comes home 6th place. 7th, William Byron. 8th, Tyler Reddick. 9th, Martin Truex Jr. And rounding out your top 10, it was Denny Hamlin. Then you had Chris Buescher, 11th. 12th, Logano. 13th was Bubba. 14th, Eric Almirola. And rounding out your top 15, Daniel Suarez. After starting from the rear with a backup car, he finishes 15th place. Kevin Harvick, during in his final race at Las Vegas, comes home 16th. 17th, Michael McDowell. 18th is Austin Dillon. 19th, Corey LaJoie. And rounding out your top 20, Harrison Burton. AJ Allmendinger and Justin Haley, the colleague teammates, coming home 21st and 22nd, respectively. Austin Cindric comes home in the 23rd spot. 24th, Ty Dillon. 25th, rounding out top 25, it's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. driving the number 47 JTG Doherty car. Ryan Preece comes home 26th place. 27th, Todd Gilliland. 28th, Eric Jones. 29th is J.J. Yaley. Then you've got Brennan Poole rounding out your top 30. B.J. McLeod in 31st. Chase Elliott, after being the other driver to start in the rear with a backup car, comes home 32nd. 33rd for Briscoe. 34th for Ty Gibbs. 8 laps behind the race. And then the 2 guys out the race, Alex Bowman in 35th and Carson Hocevar rounding out your 36th car field here tonight. So Kyle Larson, though, locking himself into that championship 4. All right, you're heading to bed. Have a great night, Alessandro. We hit. So right now, the top 4 would be Larson. It would be Larson, Byron, Hamlin, and I believe it's either Truex or Bell. The gap is somewhere between 2 points to the good for Bell or 1 point to the bad for Bell. There's about a 3-point swing there, and they didn't end up sharing the final standings there with how everybody finished it out. But Larson is definitely the man, but in terms of this win, it was a lot closer than the scorecard makes it look. He won it by about half a car length, Hot Rod Bob, but we already went through the whole finishing order. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. Again, race review will be coming out either later tonight or it'll either be coming out later tonight or tomorrow. And then I'll be back live next weekend for the Xfinity race Saturday at 3, and then the Cup race at 2:30 Eastern time for Homestead. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, I'll see you guys next video, live stream, or whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody, and goodbye.